Today, for our topic, we'll be looking at love bombing. Now, let's look at what is love bombing. Love bombing is the practice of showing a person with excessive affection and attention in order to gain control or significantly influence their behavior. So, love bombing is the practice of showing excessive attention and affection to a person in order for you to gain control over that person. And if you've ever been in a relationship, chances are you've been love bombed at some point. Maybe you didn't recognize it, because most of the times if someone is love bombing you and you're not trained to recognize it, you might think it's love, but it's not love, because the end game of the person that's doing it is to manipulate and control you. So we have to be wise, because if you are in a relationship with someone and all they're doing is love bombing, you remember it's just for a period and a time, and then when it's finished, when the love bombing is finished, then the mask slip. Then you see the real person. By the time you see the real person's personality, you're already hooked. So may God help us to recognize when people are not genuine with us, when they're coming with selfish motives and intention. So now we're going to be moving on, and we're going to be looking at signs that a person is being love bombed. So the first sign we're going to look at signs of love bombing is, number one, they lavish you with gifts. Now, I'm in a group on Facebook for people that are in relationships or were in relationships with narcissists, psychopaths, and the other dysfunctions. And I saw this post. A lady said with the man, he sent her, they lavish you with gifts. He sent like a bunch of bouquet with the flowers, the roses, to her job. Now remember that the goal of the person is to manipulate you, to get you under control. So they're going to lavish you with gifts. Like I said, I'm in a group on Facebook, and she got a bunch of roses. Remember now, the end game is manipulation. So they lavish you with gifts, whatever you want. You know, whatever you want, they're going to buy it for you. But you have to know it's not done. It's not done because they genuinely like you. Do you want a Coach bag? What do you want? Do you want a shoes? $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. What do you want? And they're going to buy it for you because their end game is to manipulate you. Their end game is to get you under control. So lavishing you with gifts, it's nothing for them. They will buy it. If they have to spend their whole paycheck on you, they're going to spend it, because their end game is to get you under control. Their end game is to manipulate you. So whatever you need, they're going to buy it. And a woman can do this to a man. Also, a man can do it to a woman, vice versa. Number two, always complimenting you. Whatever you have on, they're always going to compliment you. I love everything about you. You look so good wearing this thing. I'm minding you, at the time, you could be looking, well, not your best, but they're going to compliment you, because remember, their end game in love bombing is to manipulate and to control you. So number two, they're always complimenting you. Number three, constantly calls and texts you. Now, you have to remember, in love bombing, it is not love. Their end game, and you have to remember the end game. The end game is control and manipulation. So they're going to always calling you. They're always going to be sending you a text message, and they're always going to be like in your face. Now, for someone that is craving these things, it may be good you may see this as well. He loves me or she loves me because I can call her at 5 o'clock. I know at 5 o'clock he's there or she's there. But like I said, the end game is manipulation and control. Constant calls and texts. Number 4, they want your undivided attention. So love does not always want your undivided attention. Love is not like that. So you have to be mindful when they always want your undivided attention. These are also red flags. Number 5, they convince you that they are your soulmate. Yes, this is big. They'll convince you like you are the person that God have for me. If the person is saved, they convince you are my soulmate. And then with all the things that they have done for you, especially if you've never had those things before, especially if you've never had someone lavish you with gift, especially if you've never had someone devote time and attention to you, if you've never had these things before. But remember, always keep at the back of your head, their end game is to manipulate and to control you. They'll convince you that you are their soulmate. Number 6. Yes. They're going to convince you that you are their soulmate. They're going to say, no, we were meant to be with each other, It's fate, and it's not fate. It's their manipulation, because their end game, as I said, is manipulation and control. Number 6, they want to commit, and they want to commit now. Like, they want to marry you. Like, you just meet the man, you just meet the woman, and in 2-3 months, they wanna marry you. They want to commit. 2-3 weeks, a month, and they're already talking. They want to marry you. And for you, because they've already invested so much in a short period of time. Remember, the Bible says love is patient, love is kind. And 2-3 months, even a month, 2 weeks into the relationship, they're talking marriage. That's a red flag. Now, we have to use discernment, because sometimes the person can be genuine, but we need discernment when dealing with these situations. They want to commit now. Number 6. Number 7, they get upset when you place boundaries. Now, this is very important. Now we're on number 7. They get upset when you set boundaries. Like you're saying, hold on. Like everything is going so fast, so fast that it makes your head spin. And you're saying, hold on, we need to slow down. We need to take things slow. They're going to get upset with you. Because remember, their end game is to manipulate and control you. And someone that really cares about you, if you say to them, well, you know what, I think we're moving too fast, they're going to slow down. But someone that is their end game is manipulation and control, they're going to be upset. And the last one we're going to be looking at, number 8, is they're overly needy. Now, this is to a point that you're beginning to recognize they don't want you talking to friends. They don't want you talking to your family. They need all your time, attention, affection, and everything. And you're saying like, you know what I need? And they're trying to because remember, their end game, and I've seen this happen I've been love bombed. My ex-husband, when I was 18 years old, I grew up in a single parent household. So when he did all these things to me, it left such an impression, because I never had someone spend so much money on me. And it was like whatever I wanted at 18 years old, I got it. But at 18 years old, who could have told that was not genuine love? I thought it was love, but it wasn't love. And to say that he controlled and manipulated me is an understatement. So the last one we're looking at, number 8, is they're overly needy, and they pull you away from everything. They pull you away from your family, your friends, because as I said, keep in mind their end game is to manipulate and control you. Now we're going to be looking at side effects of love bombing, and the side effect is manipulation and control. Their end game is to manipulate and control you, and then you fall into a trap, and you fall into a trap with no way out, and you don't know how to come out of it. You don't know. It's only by the grace of God for God to deliver you from that situation. And before I close this message, I just want to say, someone that was love bombed in the Bible was Samson. Delilah love bombed Samson when she was saying, I love you. But what was her end game? Yes, Delilah love bombed Samson, and what was her end game? Remember, she made a deal with the lords of the Philistines. I don't have my Bible in front of me, and her end game was to find out his secret. And then when she cut his hair, because he did tell her, and she got money. Now Delilah, Delilah was a very shrewd woman. She got all those lords of the Philistine, and she got money from all of them. She got more money for Samson than that Judas got for Jesus. So they never talk about that. But Delilah was a woman. She was a wicked woman, but she was some woman. She got more money from betraying Samson than all of the men in the Bible got. Judas got 30 pieces of silver. When they sold Joseph, they got like 20 pieces of silver. Delilah got more than all of them put together.